We are KBS. My name's Alyssa.
And I'm Rain.
Here is your news for October 29th, 2018. So how has your day been so far, Rain?
It's been great. I was able to get a couple cookies from KCOM and I was able to eat candy. So overall, it's been fantastic. What about you?
That sounds really great. Overall, I really just have been running errands all day, so I'm kind of drained. But I think that it's always nice to come here to KBS and unwind with all of the broadcasts and hear what's been going on recently, since I never follow the news. So with that, let's move on to some of the news stories for today.
Okay, so today we'll be starting off our broadcast with some somber news. As many of you have probably heard, at least 8 people were killed in a shooting at a Jewish synagogue in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania on October 27th. ABC News says other Jewish communities in the U.S. are worried about the state of the community and their safety. The New York Police and Los Angeles Police Departments say they have deployed police forces to major synagogues.
So I think this is so troubling because there have been a lot more mass shootings recently, and I think this one is especially terrible. I mean, they were targeting people merely off of their religion alone. And personally, my mom is actually Jewish, so this was actually kind of shocking to see.
It's really unfortunate.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that maybe we can start taking strides to sort of combat this and prevent it from happening more, as you just see more and more headlines surrounding it. So for our other news today, we also have a big issue that's been getting some attention in Korea. Some Korean tourists who are isolated from Saipan due to the super typhoon Witu returned to Korea on October 27th via Guam. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade said on October 28th they also plan to move some 300 people by military transport plane to Guam. 161 Koreans were evacuated from Saipan, but the temporary airport was closed due to the typhoon, and around 1,600 Korean tourists are still stuck there. That sounds so scary. What do you think? Have you ever been involved in any sort of natural disaster that threatened where you lived or while you were away?
Personally, I've never had anything this scary happen to me, but I do know that a relative of mine was affected by it, and they were in Malaysia, and there was just a giant flood, and it's really troubling that sometimes it's hard to get enforcements in place and to have things to help evacuate people more quickly. So I think that's definitely something that should be brought to attention, and we definitely need more things in place.
Yeah, it's so great to hear that they're starting to send transportation over to start bringing people over. I'm also lucky to have never had this happen to me. The closest I got was I was at my house once in like middle school, and there was a tornado warning or something.
That's Ohio.
So that's basically, you know, the perks of living in the great state of Ohio. But my grandma actually was there with me because I actually had the stomach virus. So I was like vomiting the whole day, and then she goes, "Oh my gosh, there's a tornado warning." And so she takes me and she throws me in the coat closet with like pillows. And she's like, you can't leave. Like the tornado is going to come. And turned out there wasn't even a tornado warning. like the tornado didn't even come. So it was sort of just like, I'm sitting here and I'm like dizzy and I'm like woozy and I have no idea where I am. And she comes in and she goes, "So the tornado didn't come. You can come out." So but that's the closest I've had to one of these things. So I can't imagine how scary it is to actually have that happen and have you be away from home.
But I hope everyone else is safe.
Yes, I hope they can also get the remaining tourists over as soon as possible.
So next up, we have news about entertainment and sports. On October 27th, the second Seoul Awards were held at the Peace Memorial Hall of Kyunghee University in Seoul. The The Seoul Awards, which debuted last year, was a special award ceremony for Korean dramas, movies, and other actors who enjoyed a year of laughter, tears, and excitement. The second Seoul Awards raised the expectations as many of the hottest celebrities on both the big and small screen attended. The award ceremony has been said to have met public expectations by being fair, appealing to the public, and holding a spectacular show.
Oh, that sounds like so much fun. Do you watch a lot of the award shows?
I do not watch the award shows, but I think it would be interesting given the amount of Korean dramas I watch.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, I figured you would probably watch some of these. I'm kind of surprised you don't. Yeah, I used to watch the Mama Awards. But I started to not have time anymore because I can't just like sit through like the entire like stream of it. But you mentioned you watch a lot of dramas. So what kind of dramas?
Well, my most favorite Korean drama as of right now is Strong Woman Do Won Soon. I highly recommend it to people. It has you'll never get second lead syndrome with it. And I think that would be perfect for you. What do you think, Alyssa?
I feel like that's an attack towards me by saying that I won't get second lead syndrome. I don't know. I don't watch a lot of dramas. I watched It's Okay, It's Love. But after that, I haven't really watched a lot of them. I watch more movies. So I've been into some of the historical movies like Sado and Masquerade. I'm trying to watch more and more because I used to want to be a film studies major.
So that's perfect, though, that we're in KBS and we get some time to look into the types of activities that we enjoy. So
yes. Moving on from the subject of dramas and movies, we're going to be talking about some music. So according to the analysis of some of the major data from October 2018, the singer Brand Reputation has come out for who has been ranked as the top artist. And the recent results have said that the number one artist currently is, no surprise here, BTS. Yeah, so BTS is number one artist. The second is also no surprise, it's Blackpink. And number 3 is 101. So the Korean Institute for Enterprise Review, or KERI, said it analyzed the major data from September 26, 2018 to October 27, 2018, and analyzed the brands, media, communications, and community of consumers. So you expressed some interest in BTS, so I'm assuming you're a pretty big fan of them.
I'm a big fan of BTS. I'm excited about the EXO comeback, though.
So, you're excited about the EXO comeback. Yeah, so I don't know if any of you guys keep up with that. I know that EXO's kind of, been under the radar recently since they haven't done anything for about a year. So, EXO is coming back. Do you know? They're coming back this week.
I got excited once I heard you talking about that.
Okay. So they're coming back on November 2nd with their new full-length album, Don't Mess Up My Tempo, which I'm super, super duper excited about. I've been needing new music on my phone. I've been getting really tired of the same stuff, and EXO always brings really cool concepts. But we definitely have to give some credit to the number one artist, BTS. So Rain, I know you said you're a big fan of that. So why do you think they're the number one artist currently?
Currently, they did speak at the UN, and they've definitely been putting out a message about self-love. So I definitely think they're bringing a lot of love and care to their fan base, ARMY. And as an ARMY myself, I think it's definitely nice to go through all the stress of exams and be able to just take some time and unwind and know that it's good to take care of yourself, even though life can be really hectic.
Yeah, they really always promote really good messages in their songs, even back in like 2013 when they first came out. I remember that was like a really big point for them that I really, really liked. And I'm happy that people are starting to actually like recognize that. So this is such a good time. I figured that with all of this midterm stress, that Rain and I would recommend some songs at this broadcast. And for my song recommendation, I would really recommend this as the cold weather is coming into the great state of Ohio. You really don't want to catch a cold. Am I right? So make sure you really bundle up and you listen to this song by EXO called Winter Heat. I really recommend it. If you listen to this song, I guarantee you won't get sick. 나를 부른 것 같아. I'll be ready for you, ready for you. 오늘도 난 꿈이라도 괜찮아. I'll be ready for you, ready for you. 내게로 와. 잘 뒤찬 겨울 끝끝은 보이지 않아. 애써 걸어봐도 제자리야. 매일 눈 감은 채로.
So now let's hear about events and news coming from the Korean Club and the Buckeye Center. It is said that Korean sports club practices are being held at the same place and time that we have talked about before, and you can find them on our website. It'd be great to see you all out there staying fit among these stressful exam times. Next up, we've got some awesome news. The Buckeye Center is selling a 2015 Toyota Corolla. Those interested should get in contact via the email or phone number we provide on our website.
So speaking of cars, I know that freshmen aren't allowed to have cars on campus, unfortunately. But do you drive?
I have to take my license exam before next May, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. I want to make sure that I do it when the roads aren't icy,
Yeah.
because I don't want to be having a cold as I go into my driver's exam.
Yeah, I definitely tried. I definitely coordinated my driver's test to be in the summer, but I also do drive. Actually, I got my license
That's
when
really
I was
cool.
16.
Aw.
And for some reason, people always think I don't drive. I don't know if
Aw.
I like give off that vibe,
Aw.
but I actually do, and I wouldn't say I'm a great driver. But I don't think I'm a terrible driver. I mean, once my brakes were kind of like my tire pressure was a little low, and once I was like trying to stop and the brake didn't work all the way, so I actually had to like slam on the brake, and I didn't hit anything though.
That's
I'm
good.
accident free.
I'm really glad that you were able to stay safe.
So moving on from that, the last news we have is about the late October and early November events in Columbus. There will be a home game for ice hockey at Nationwide Arena on October 30th. So that is tomorrow. So definitely go check it out. The opponent is the Detroit Red Wings. It should be an awesome time. And what better way to enjoy ice hockey than going as it starts to get colder? Am I right? Am I right? I'm totally right. On
You are
November
right.
2nd, there will be a concert for Elton John at the Schottenstein Center. It's a good idea for those interested to attend this concert and relieve their stress. And finally, there is a football home game against the Nebraska Cornhuskers in Ohio Stadium on November 3rd. So with such heavy traffic expected this week, it'd be better for you to move away from less crowded times in time for the match so that you don't end up getting roadblocked. And there's also a lot of construction going around here in Columbus. So just make sure you're always keeping updated on that and making sure you know when things are going on. With that, I think midterm season is really upon us. I mean, I don't think it ever ended, really, but it's definitely in full swing. I don't think I've talked to anyone who hasn't had at least one midterm.
So many midterms.
Recently, yeah, it's been a lot of stress. Thankfully, my midterms actually ended like a few weeks ago.
Oh, that's so good. That's good.
So I haven't really had to worry about it as much, but they're definitely going to start picking up in November. So can't really enjoy that for much longer.
Yeah. And I know a couple of my friends have been having midterms this week and next week as well. So with that, I will give out a song recommendation to anyone who wants to relieve their stress and just unwind a little bit. So there's an OST from Let's Fight Ghost, and it's called Console Myself by Rocco Berry, and it has a very soothing tone. And I definitely think that everyone should give it a listen because it definitely makes you calmer and more likely to have an easier time focusing.
As for today, I'm Alyssa.
And I'm Rain.
Catch you next time on KBS.